Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome for those who are new. So today we're just going to chit chat. I wanted to give you all an update of my $10,000 challenge. I said that sometime around September of last year, of 2024, I wanted to do a money challenge. I do money challenges every so often, which I don't share on my channel. I've been on YouTube for about 4 years, and I'm just getting into the financial videos that I've been wanting to upload. Okay, this is the ChicSparrow A5 Drummond. And I've had this thing for almost 4 years, and it's been my financial planner. I love the A5 size. Recently, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I switched back to an A5 size notebook because the B6 that I had that I was going to use, it just didn't fit my needs. And when we talk about selecting a particular size of notebook or book inserts, we kind of talked about that in one of my other videos. I don't know if I'm going to link these videos that I'm discussing that I've talked about in the past, because I like new viewers to kind of be up to speed in regards to what I talk about. I don't want anyone to be like in the dark about what we're discussing. So anyway, I switched back to an A5. I'm really happy that I did. This is just a dollar little zip pouch, the dollar spot from Target. I've had it since I had this TN. I have this little case. Let me just move this to the side here. Okay, this also a dollar spot thing that I got from Target, and it's just a $100 bill. Here's my 10K challenge, and it's supposed to be 52 weeks, and basically you just cross out, you know, every week you save a certain amount and you get to 10,000. So I'm not going to say I failed, and I'm going to talk about that because I've been watching, and I don't know what's up with my algorithm. For some reason, it's showing me all kinds of videos about people who haven't prepared for retirement. And I think when I watch the video, or when I open up the video and I look at the comments are saying that it just showed up on their feed. So I don't know if YouTube are like pushing these smaller content creators that are talking about their life and how they didn't prepare for retirement. They're like 50 or 60 years old and they have no savings. So I don't know if that's the reason, that it's just YouTube that's pushing it out. I don't know, because I haven't been searching for that kind of stuff. All right, I do want to touch on that subject though, because my channel is really educational, how to live, you know, a better life. We want to live unlike what society tells us how we should live. So anyway, this is supposed to be the end of February, this is supposed to be the end of March, and this is supposed to be the end of April. Yeah, as you all know, my husband had his transmission go out. I had a gas leak in my vehicle. My pup had to go to the vet hospital once, and then he got attacked by a pit bull, so we had to take him to the vet. And this all happened within a matter of 4 months, I believe, something like that. So we do have a savings account that takes care of emergency situations. This is separate from what I'm doing here. I am behind. Okay, but I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue to do so. I wanted to save this in here because, first of all, I want to remember that it takes $1 to make 100. That's the thing that I try to talk to my husband about. We're kind of on the same page in terms of savings, but I guess we make each other accountable for our goals in the future. Okay, like, you know, saving up for our kids' college funds, making sure that we have savings to pass on to our kids and then their kids, and, you know, just leave a legacy for them. Okay, so getting back to what I was talking about. All right, where was I? So yeah, I'm not giving up on my $10,000 challenge. I am still continuing that. Let me just show you what else is in here. I have this that has more detailed information on my 10K challenge, investments, life insurance, high yield savings account, retirement fund, real estate, all that stuff is in here. And then this one is a journal portion of my finance book, and a little bit more of our future goal planning and all of that. Hold on, let me actually get my brain dump book because I wanted to cover some things in this video. One second. Okay, yeah, and by the way, I am really enjoying my B6 Stalogy, and this is in the Meteorite Leather by ChicSparrow. Still enjoying it. Now, there was probably like a week or two that I was kind of irritated because it's big, so I was thinking about switching back to my A6, but I do need the room, though, for the amount of things I've been writing. It still pretty much looks the same. I did put a sticker on here because this paper clip like kind of cut into this little folder that I made. Oh, I got to refill my stickers and stuff. I ended up using all of them. Here's the sticker that came with this leather cover. ChicSparrow usually puts like a little sticker. So pretty. And I've got some more stickers in here. Oh, this got wet because I put it in my backpack that I bring every day to work, and I also have my lunch box in there. I'm sure it was like the condensation of like the ice melting or something like that in my lunch box. So yeah, yeah, this is kind of ruined a little bit. And oh, you know what? I need to discuss a lot of these things. Y'all have seen all of this already. I think so. I think y'all have seen this. Maybe not. I don't know. This section right here, it talks about the ideas that I have as far as my content in long form, like I journal about it. And then here, I just do like a rough draft. And it's really messy. Like this is all messy, but again, it's still in long form. And then, let me actually put this back. And then the topics that I want to cover. And then my calligraphy that I'm practicing. And then this is a list of my planners. And this section is just like all the suggestions that I get for web podcasts, restaurants, places, movies, things, and books. And then these are my notes for when I'm watching actual content like YouTube videos or podcasts or things that I see on the web, social media, stuff I research. All of my notes go in this section. So. And then this section right here is everyday journaling. I don't know if I need to cover anything in here, maybe, but I might blur it out. I don't know. And then this section is, this is like my video experimentation. Let's see, things I need to do for my content, things I need to film. And here's my YouTube goal. Now, I had a goal of 1,000 when I was getting closer. I think it was like around 700 subs. I was like, oh, maybe I might get to 1,000 subs. And so I started tracking it. Now my new goal is 2,000 subs. So I've got to change that to 2,000. And thank you, by the way, for everyone who has subbed recently. All the ones who have stuck it out since the beginning of my channel. I really appreciate y'all. I really think that my life is pretty boring, but I thank you so much for, you know, sharing this journey with me. I'm having a lot of fun sharing with y'all. Hopefully you'll get something out of what I share. So this is when I'm actually editing my videos, like checking the sound, cutting the clips, those kind of things. There are some that I haven't completed yet, so I'm not going to show those. Oh, here's my 10K challenge stuff that I want to go over with y'all. Yeah, I wasn't doing well because of car repairs, and then we had to rent a car while the repairs was going on. Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of videos that are popping up on my feed on YouTube about like 50, anywhere from 50, 60, all the way up to 80 years old, like their videos are talking about how they don't have any savings, no retirement, they don't have a home, or they lost their home or something like that within a span of years or something. And it's really This is the reason why I do these videos about finance, because anyone who is younger, like in their 20s, okay, if you're watching this, it's so important to start now, like start putting money aside right now, because compound interest when it comes to investments, it can really help you the sooner you start. Now, I'm not saying like if you're 50 and you don't have any savings at all, it's not the end for you. Like, you can still start, but you're gonna probably have to like be very frugal, more so than a 20-year-old. You're gonna have to like cut your spending, you know, buying a lot of clothing, a lot of, you know, luxury items, big trips, vacationing, those kind of things. Like, you really can still put money aside at the age of 50. Like, you're not a failure. Like, I saw this one video today that she said, you know, she's not where she wants to be, and she's about to turn 50. I think she was like 47 or something. I can't remember. She doesn't own a home. She's got a young kid that she's raising, and she's a single parent. I mean, like I said, that's the reason why I do these videos. I want to help as many people, because when I was younger, like, yeah, my parents, you know, taught me a little bit about investing, taught me a little bit about like, don't spend money you don't have, those kind of things. But I really had to like search for these things myself, like in detail. Like, okay, what kind of stocks are good, you know, to put money in, or how to save for a rainy day. I've told you all this before, and I know I sound like a broken record, and I'm sorry. It's good to read your Bible. Especially Proverbs. It does talk about saving money and, you know, securing your future. Now, we can make plans. Yes, we can make plans. And hold on. Okay, y'all have already seen this planner. It's my Filofax in turquoise, and it's called the Original. So it's a leather planner, and it's in the personal size. So we can make all kinds of plans. Okay, I just want to bring that to everyone's attention, but only Jesus can fulfill those plans. Because even me, like with my $10,000 challenge, like, okay, my plan was I'd be in the right track of every single week. I was going to cross out, you know, the amount that I'm supposed to put aside, and then, you know, both my vehicle and my husband's vehicle had huge repairs. Like, what? Like, that's just, is that coincidental? I mean, or is that God just like telling me or humbling me, saying, hey, you know, you can make all these plans to save money and all that, but I'm still the one that you need to rely on. Okay, that's the way I look at it as a Christian. I know, like I said, not everyone believes in that, so I just want to throw that out there. I think someone did take offense to what I was saying about, you know, anyone who's not a Christian who's watching my videos. I just want to say there are a lot of non-Christians that watch my channel, as far as I can tell, and, you know, the comments that I get and things like that. I always try to reply to my comments, by the way. It may not be within the hour, it may not be the same day, but I respond to every single comment. Now, if you're being a little snarky or whatever, I'm not going to entertain that. But anyway, I did respond to this one individual who said, hey, you know, I'm an atheist or whatever. And that's fine. If you're an atheist, that's fine. I welcome everyone in my channel. I don't care, you know, what you believe in. This community is a very welcoming community. Everyone's like super nice whenever y'all leave comments and stuff. So I really appreciate that. I know some of you do believe, and we grow in our faith by sharing our faith, right? But like I said, I'm not going to knock anyone who doesn't believe in Jesus. Okay, one of my goals was my 10K, but that was in my other planner. Hold on, let me grab my other planner. Y'all might have seen this, and this is by a ChicSparrow. Again, it's the patina, and it's in the personal size. Okay, so let me pull up my goal sheet here. Save More 10K challenge. If you are a new viewer right now, I do these one-liner goal things that I do. I do flip between my planners if you're new to this channel, and it depends on what handbag I'm using, whether it's small, because I have small journals as well, and planners. This was January of 2025, and this was during the time when both my hubby and my car needed repairs. So actually, I think mine started last year, towards the beginning of the year, something like that. I can't remember. But I have a goals TN that really goes into detail, but these are just one-liners. But anyway, yeah, so I was like, okay, I need to, you know, put more aside because it didn't make sense to me that we were putting money towards our 10K challenge and then we had car repairs we had to pay for. So yeah, it didn't make sense. So might as well just pay for it now, you know, and whatever. Okay, so that's that. I'm still going to do a video on my how I saved 100,000 within 10 years, starting from zero, zilch. I mean, like no money at all. And my hubby and I decided to go ahead and start putting money aside, and we reached that 100,000 goal in 10 years. As y'all know, my content has a lot in it. I don't have a niche. I think probably the biggest thing that I could say, if it was just like one sentence as far as my content, is to live a more purposeful life and go against the grain, what society tells us, hey, this is how you should live. You know, like having big houses, nice cars, big vacations, and all these beautiful things, that's not the purpose of life, for me anyway. So if you feel the same way, you want to live a more purposeful life and you want to make sure that it's not frivolous when you're going through life and decision making and all those things, then this is the channel for you. If you want to get out of the spending and consumerism and all that, this is the channel for you. I think that's really what I wanted to cover. Anyone who is older, because I do know that I have viewers that are older, you know, my age, some maybe 10 years older than me, don't give up. We can live a more fulfilling life and we don't have to succumb to the overconsumption of this world and keeping up with the Joneses and stuff like that. That's actually part of the list of things that we had to do, my husband and I, when we decided to reach that goal of 100,000 that I was talking about. We didn't care to keep up with the Joneses. But that's going to be a more detailed video at a later time. I hope that this information was valuable. Hopefully, if you are on a journey of saving, okay, it doesn't matter if it's, you know, my goal of 10,000, okay, you can have a goal of 1,000. Like if you want to reach like $1,000, you know, an easy emergency fund, I can talk about that too. But all these bullet points as far as like where to start, you cannot get to 100,000 if you don't save 10,000, and you cannot save 10,000 if you don't save 1,000. So I'm going to help anyone who, you know, wants to learn about that in terms of these important like principles as far as like how to get there, and I'll share my story. But again, it's important to pray about it. It's important to know really what your goal is, because if you're just doing it because everyone else is doing it, I mean, it's not going to happen. You have to be ready. I know I was. 20 years ago, I was like so tired of living paycheck to paycheck, paying overdraft fees at the bank, paying late fees because I was paying my bills late. I mean, like, you name it, I was there. Like I said, I was a shopaholic back then. I was really so bad. Like, I would get the adrenaline rush of just going on shopping sprees, and then as soon as I get in my car after buying all that stuff, I would regret it. Like, I would just feel gross about it. I'm like, why did I spend all of that, you know? But anyway, I can tell you that because I've lived that life, there is a way to turn it around. Like I'm totally like a 180 prior to what I was before. So all right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you want to join this journey, don't forget to sub. And then if you have any questions about what I discussed, you just want to clarify something, or just share your journey as well in the comment section, I'd love to hear from you. And I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.